Hi, welcome to my 1964 Fisher 400 receiver. A couple highlights on this unit are all the electrolytic capacitors have been replaced, the bias has been rebuilt. It is individually adjustable for each of the 4 power tubes, so you don't need to run a matched set in it. The tuner has been professionally aligned, and the stereo separation is awesome. It pulls in stations that some of my other tuners that I have don't pull in. So there's some Chinese driver tubes for the output transformers, and then RCAs for the tone and all that good stuff. So multiplex has been aligned. The phono preamp works beautifully. And of course it pulls in stations pretty well here in my basement. So let's take a quick look at the tuner section of this unit. I'm going to do this kind of in the same video here. So you can see switching works great. And switch over to the other side of the camera here.
92.1 KFRZ.
They take you to the whole dial, but we don't really get many stations.
Wyoming's best variety, KYCS.
I'm only one.
Everything's nice and smooth. Stereo beam pinches together real nice. Try to avoid people's copyright here. Here we go. Tape mon works, speaker switch works, high filter works. Loudness is quite boomy. I typically don't use it. Let's take a look over here.
Man and woman. With you I will break.
Treble works nice.
And young. With you I will break in pieces.
We're driving a pair of Boston A400s here.
You also I will break in pieces the shepherd and his flock.
So this is a piece I've been rotating through my stash of amplifiers here fairly often. So it's not something that's sat in a closet for 10 years or anything like that. It's been my personal amp for probably about 7 years now. So it gets loving every once in a while. Balance sometimes is a little scratchy, but once it warms up, it's usually quiets down. Sometimes you got to move it a little bit. And volume's great.
Against you, roll you down from the.
And no issues with that. The switch on it's still good. And try not to take up too much of your time here in this video. So everything works on this unit. It just doesn't have the best lettering on the faceplate. You can zoom in here and see on the chassis it's got a little bit of rust here and there. The dial and everything works beautiful. The panel lights, all that stuff. The lettering's a touch bit faded, but I'd rather under promise and over deliver when it comes to this unit instead of you expecting to get something that you're not getting. So no issues whatsoever. It's just I got too many tube units, and it's probably time for this one to move on.